Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
Wow, that's
Whoa!
Mind where you're going.
Vegetables, horseradish, delicious.
Axes, hands, nails!
Greetings. You've got blood all over.
You must be Fran to Cooldown.
I am.
I'm Henry. I heard you were supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am.
Greetings.
Look out!
A wonderful day for a wonderful person.
Greetings. What do you want?
You must be Fran to Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you were supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
Bowls, pots, pot lids, the finest mugs. Mugs for sale.
Nails, take your pick. All quality wares.
I want to see the king in the flesh.
Why's that?
See, I heard talk in this alehouse that King Sigismund has been in Hungary the whole time. And he sent a double here in his place.
What are you blabbering about?
No, really. It makes sense.
Look here. Either you came down in the...
I just have to get in there, understand? I have an important message for the king about a plot against him.
But why would you want to get to him as a waiter?
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it, so I have to be incognito. See?
I see. All right, then. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. I didn't get round to picking it up, so go and see Schneider in the market.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not.
Iron tools! Tools here!
Take your pick. New wares. Come
Look
and take
out.
a gander. We've got it all.
Don't be coy! My wares will bring you joy!
Needles!
We've got enough to go around. Anything you need.
Fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Iron wares! Knives, rivets, axes!
Colourful
Come and
O's.
take your pick!
Great for church and the tavern too.
Knives!
What's it to you?
Supposing I...
But isn't it different? Tell him I had a market. Take care for now.
Quality merchandise! What do you want, you beggar? I hear one Franta cooldown is supposed to come and pick... Aye, the finest! But it was...
Knives for sale! Iron and steel! All quality... Greetings!
A fine day for some fine wares. Come and take.
Take care for now.
Quality merchandise! What do you want, you beggar? I hear one Franta cooldown is supposed to come and pick... Aye, the finest! But it was worth it. As it happens, Franta asked me to pick... Oh.
Quality goods.
What would you like? A fine day for some fine wares! Come and take your pick!
Pots for sale. Big, strong pots.
I'll be closing soon. Shop. Linen canvas. The softest linen canvas.
Vegetables. Horseradish. 2 pots. I've got lots. Have a bowl as well. Rye bread. Dozen. Quality goods here. Cups, fine ceramic wares here.
All colors.
Knives! Knives!
Shop while you can.
What can I do for you? I'll have a look at the wares. Take care then. And thanks for
Did
nothing.
you hear the Dirk Stallion is shagging Nazis on?
Iron wares! Knives! Rivets! Axes! Come and take your pick!
Dye broadcloth. Beautiful colours. Straight
where you're going.
Same to you.
Well,
I don't have them.
Big and small, round.
Sorry.
And thin.
What?
Armed by
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am.
artillery for the good. The pillory for the good, the gallows for the wicked. Come and take your pick.
Excuse me?
Striped fabrics.
Repair while you wait.
I mean, I think...
A fine day for some fine crackling flatbread.
A fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Silk thread.
God be with you.
Shoes here. Shoe repair.
A wonderful.
While you wait. Sheet metal. Chains here. Iron and steel.
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want
from the
anything?
finest
then, eh?
leather. Leather water skins, leather bottles.
The finest fine wares, thin bowls, strong pots, inexpensive but high quality. Ah, that's right. Good old pillory. Bowls, pots, pot lids, the finest mugs. Mugs,
Look out.
Apples, juicy apples, yellow and red.
Tools. Quality tools. Sheet metal. Chains here. Iron and steel.
fair prices, fine wares. A fine day for some
Tools.
fine wares.
Iron
Needles,
tools.
thread,
Tools here.
pins, silk.
I'd better not forget about that council assembly.
Linen canvas, the softest linen canvas. Come and buy the finest.
canvas.
Watch where you're going.
Greetings to you too.
Our bargains will bring a smile to your face.
I ought to go and see Rosa. She'll be expecting me. Ah, and I mustn't forget about the city council.
Don't be shy. Come closer and take a look. Quality goods here.
Look out!
Fine day for
Again.
Vegetables! Horseradish here! Delicious horseradish! Come and get some wonderful horseradish!
Sure does. Go on then.
Dyed broadcloth. What do you want?
What do you have for sale?
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want it?
What did I do to you?
A fine day for some fine wear.
Oh, thin flatbread. All fresh and crunchy.
fine saddles.
Come and
Are
take
you
your
blind?
Jugs here, big and small.
Vegetables,
Jugs for sale.
horse-
Fair
come and take a
prices.
look.
Bring you
Quality
joy.
goods.
What do you need? Hurry up. I don't have all day. I'll have a look at the ware. Why are you wasting my time?
The finest fine wares. Thin
Greetings to you.
I hear one Franta cooldown is supposed to come and pick up new clothes from you.
Aye, the finest. I spent the best part of 2 weeks working on them, and damn near left my fingers on them as buttons. But it was worth it. With clothes like that, he wouldn't be ashamed to stand before the king himself.
As it happens, you hit the nail on the head. Franta asked me to pick up those clothes for him.
Really?
He gave me a certificate. See? It's got his name on it.
I was hoping he'd try them on one last time before final adjustments. But, very well then.
Embroidery! Silk embroidery! Ribbons of all colors!
Quality goods. A fine day for some fine wares.
shoes here. Shoe repair. Be glad your head touch your neck.
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Franta's not coming? What's wrong with him?
He got poisoned. Probably from food. He's writhing in agony. By turns praying and cursing, spewing from both ends.
Oh, that's enough. All right. At least you're here. We can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you. Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. Here it is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery. You know a good waiter by his properly seated cap, and you don't have one at all. Without a tunic, you're no royal waiter, just a common alehouse boy. And have you forgotten your hose? I can't let you into the chamber without them. You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber, along with your other stuff. You won't be needing it anyway. You don't want to be dragging a load if you're running around tables. The royal waiter's livery has strict rules. So get changed quick and come back on time.
Here I am.
Let's have a look at you then. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic you have. Hose are good. It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. You need to be light on your feet to run around tables. Everything as it should be. Glad to steer you for it.
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Acclaimed or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarzhitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarzhitz stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
Remember who wants what?
That too, but more importantly, do not disturb the councillors at their work. They have a lot to discuss. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
Absolutely. I'm a waiter, after all. Not some street gossip monger.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it, right?
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
There are the pitchers of wine. Hopefully I won't splash anyone's shoes.
Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at, Eldris?
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher. Hand cannon.
Boy,
Can
are you
believe
deaf or
it?
something? Wine.
Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herr God. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads
You can
do
shut
not
that damn
realize
picture.
what Schwierigkeiten this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing down, and you want to defend yourselves with a few rusty halberds.
And who is it you want to fight, exactly?
Hey,
The
waiter,
merciful King
pour me some
Sigismund is
monastery
providing
wine.
us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment. What if he heard you?
Well, thank
What
the
then?
Lord.
We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right,
Tokai, and a
Where
full
can
cup.
we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate
Sir?
the property of the king's enemies, nicht wahr?
We are more
didn't
than
know all of
familiar
that.
with
I
the
wanted
Yemeni
white.
state of
Forgive
our
me, sir.
armory.
I must have
The king
misheard.
is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can...
Pour me some wine.
Brothels.
Isn't it the same thing?
I apologize, sir. Which wine?
Tokai.
So the
That's the
cleanliness
white.
of the city is not what it should be.
Good,
The
sir.
current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right, Jerome.
Glorious booze.
But a woman named Betty has showed up on Hoprink and wants to repair the baths that used to be there.
She's a protege of Maresh. Her efforts are commendable, but
More
I don't
wine,
think
Master
she'll
Bailiff?
succeed.
I have enough
It takes a
wine.
firm hand,
Closer.
not soft, feminine fingers.
A moment ago, you were complaining there weren't enough baths. Shouldn't we support her?
Something like this is better handled by trustworthy people, like my friend, bathhouse proprietor Adam. The need for cleanliness and citizens' health should not be underestimated.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
Unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Where can I find this goblet?
Use your eyes and come right back with it, understood?
Going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
It's only a waste of time because we're always arguing about the same thing.
Not at all. If you'd finally admit that it's a trifle, we wouldn't have to keep coming back to it.
A trifle? Do you ever walk the streets here? Sewage, rats,
I'm supposed to
slop,
serve the
rubbish.
wine, not go
The least we
wandering
can
around
do
the
for the
building
citizens
with it.
is to provide them with a place to wash up.
What?
Better leave the wine
nonsense.
here.
Next, you'll want me to serve wine to everyone for free, too.
Why not? In Jerome Nas's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
Are you blind?
I can't leave here with the wine, though. Nice. Whose silver might this be? try harder.
word that Rutard
Otherwise, I'll
has
soon
pulled
give
off another
myself
deed.
away.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way. At least until His Majesty honors us with his visit.
Pour me some
And as we
monastery
know,
wine.
Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He
I
can hate
apologise,
all he
sir.
wants, as long
Which
as he
one?
does no damage.
Monastery red!
Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
Horseshit! You know full well, everybody knows, he wiped the floor with you.
Compose yourself, Adam, and stop drinking. The king might come any time
Monastery
now.
wine!
That's right.
Here!
Let's
Sir?
not burden the anointed monarch with such...
Me?
Well,
Compose
thank the
myself.
Lord.
Me? I beg your pardon. I demand that you...
Ruhe! Franz, please continue.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You
I
were there,
apologise,
weren't
sir.
you?
Oh,
Which one?
Red!
just a
Am I
small
speaking in
misunderstanding.
Latin?
We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I
Sir?
don't like Rutard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Thank you, waiter.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it. I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the
I
king...
fancy some Tokai.
That's true.
Refill, boy.
Because if we don't do something
I
about him,
apologise, sir.
the king himself
Which
will put
one?
an end to him,
Tokai
and soon.
White.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
I'm sorry, Andreas, but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly. Why do I have the feeling you're not telling us the whole truth, Ulrich?
Are you accusing me of lying?
Deaf or something?
Those are strong
Wine.
words, my
White.
friend. Nobody said anything like that, did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened,
I'm not keeping anything from you.
Sir?
But there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the town.
Am I supposed to drink red when I wanted
Rutard and I had a
Tokai?
little disagreement, but we ended it quickly.
I must have misheard.
Because his daughter wanted
I
to get
apologise.
involved. I didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
So Rutard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts.
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If we really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword
I'd like
fighting
some
school brought
monastery
this
wine.
custom
I
to
apologise,
us.
sir. Refill my
That
cup,
German
boy.
Menhard
Red.
is just hanging
Am I
around
speaking
the
in
market
Latin?
looking for trouble.
Don't be ridiculous, Forsucker. You act like you've never been in a fight yourself. And to accuse a swordsmaster without a shred of proof. We're not some old fishwives in the marketplace.
So you will just leave it be?
Proven offences
now,
are
waiter.
punished
I
by the
wanted
bailiff.
red.
And that's that. There are more pressing matters to deal with.
More pressing than the open contempt of the whole town garrison. The guards are apparently settling accounts their own way. We'll soon
Come
be the
now,
laughing
waiter.
stock of
I
the whole
wanted
town.
red.
You can rest assured the whole town is already laughing at us all day long. So what if they have one more reason?
My words exactly. The town council is...
What kind of a donkey have they sent me? Are you only deaf or completely stupid as well? I've never been so ashamed in my life. And in front of the king himself. Be glad I'm not having you whipped like an unruly brat. Get out.
You'll never get anywhere like
The city reserves are in urgent need of new weapons. Unverzüglich. Our current Waffenarsenal is a joke, and on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
I
What
apologize,
are you
sir.
getting at, Eldris?
Which wine?
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich?
Boy,
all
are
I'm
you deaf
saying
or
is that they had
Blind?
them, Herr
White?
Gott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris?
Boy,
You smell
are
a
you deaf
deal?
or something?
What I
Why?
smell is that
White.
your stubborn heads do not realize what Schwierigkeiten this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the
You
army
can shut that
bearing
damn
down,
picture.
and you want to defend yourselves with a few rusty halberds.
And who is it you want to fight, exactly? The merciful King Sigismund is providing us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his
I
army
fancy some
will not be
Tokai.
here forever.
I apologize, sir.
Shut up!
Which wine?
The king can arrive at any moment. Why? What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris.
Good, sir.
But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always
Well,
confiscate
thank
the
the
property of
Lord.
the king's enemies. Nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the jämmerlich state of our armory, and the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes...
some Tokai.
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
Mind where
So
you're
you
going.
suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
Hey, where's
We can
my wife?
always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and
apologize,
see
sir.
what His Majesty
Which one?
thinks about the
Tokai,
matter.
White,
Maybe
are
we
you
can change
deaf?
his mind. Vielleicht.
Hey, where's my white?
Sir?
Well, thank the Lord.
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Isn't
Come
it the
here,
same
friend, and bring
I
that red
apologize,
with
sir.
you.
Which wine?
So, the
Monastery
cleanliness of the
red.
city is not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right, Jerome. But a woman named Betty has showed up on Hopbrink and wants to repair the baths that used to be there.
She's a protege of Maresh. Her efforts
Where's
are
that
commendable,
swit who
but
pours
I
the
don't
wine
think she will
here?
succeed.
I
It takes a
wanted
firm
red.
hand, not soft, feminine fingers.
A moment ago, you were complaining there weren't enough baths. Shouldn't we support her?
Something like this is better
Where's that
handled by
swit who
trustworthy
pours the
people,
wine here?
like my friend,
I wanted
Bathhouse
red.
proprietor Adam. The need for
Sir?
cleanliness and citizens' health should not be underestimated.
Nor overestimated.
You
If someone
want to
needs
get
to wash, there's a river just a few steps from the city walls.
Certainly. And they can get leeches
Hey,
there for free
waiter.
as well. And while he's there, a man can shave
More
and
wine,
take a...
Master Bailiff?
You know
I have
what.
enough wine.
So what?
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
Arguing about the same thing.
Where can I find this goblet?
Use your eyes and come right back with it.
Do you ever walk the streets here? Sewage, rats, slop, and rubbish. The least we can do for the citizens is to provide them with a place to wash up.
What nonsense! Next, you'll want me to serve wine to everyone for free, too.
Why not? In Jerome Nas's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree.
Nice.
What if the king...
Whose silver might this be?
So, did you find it?
I did.
Not so loud. And now go.
I got word that Ruthard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way. At least until His Majesty honors us with his visit.
Hey, waiter!
And as we
pour
know,
me some monastery
Kunslin
wine.
absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
I apologize, sir.
Well,
Which one?
Monastery red.
Horseshit! You know full
Sir?
well. Everybody knows. He wiped the floor with you.
Compose
Well,
yourself,
thank the
Adam,
Lord.
and stop drinking. The king might come any time now.
that's right. Let's not burden the anointed monarch with such...
Me? Compose myself? Me? I beg your pardon. I demand that you...
Ruhe! Franz, please
I
continue.
apologize, sir.
I'm speaking
Which
about the
one?
Ruthard incident.
Red.
You
Am I
were there,
speaking
weren't
in
you?
Latin?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Ruthard? Besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
Waiter!
What happened
I wanted
there?
monastery wine.
Leave nothing out.
I don't like Ruthard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it. I heard there were several dead.
Did you?
Waiter,
That's grossly
I wanted
exaggerated.
monastery wine.
I don't think Ruthard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the
You know
king
what?
himself will put
Just
an end
forget
to
it.
him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
I'm sorry, Andreas, but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly.
Hey, waiter.
Why do I have the
Pour me
feeling
some
you're not
Tokaj.
telling us the whole truth, Ulrich?
Are you accusing me of lying?
I apologize, sir.
Those are strong
Which
words,
one?
my friend.
Tokaj
Nobody
White.
said anything
Are
like
you
that,
deaf?
did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened,
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the town. Yes, Ruthard and I had a little disagreement, but we ended it quickly because
sir.
his daughter wanted to get involved. I didn't want to expose
Well,
the girl
thank
to
the
any
Lord.
unpleasant sights.
So Ruthard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts.
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If we really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword fighting
Boy,
school
I'd
brought
like
this
some
custom
wine.
to us. That German, Menhard, is just hanging around the market looking for
I
trouble.
apologize, sir.
Don't be
Which one?
ridiculous, for
Are you colorblind?
You act like
White.
you've never been in a fight yourself. And to accuse a swordsmaster without a shred of proof. We're not some old fishwives in the marketplace.
So you will just leave it be?
Proven offences are punished by the bailiff, and that's that. There are more pressing
Are they
matters
only
to
just
deal with.
pressing the
More
grapes for that
pressing than the
Tokai?
open contempt of the whole town garrison. The guards are apparently settling accounts their own way. We'll soon be the laughing stock of the whole town.
You can rest assured the whole town
Are
is
they
already
only just
laughing at
pressing
us
the
all
grapes
day
for that
long.
Tokai?
So what if they have one more reason?
My words exactly. The town council is squabbling constantly at the Emperor Charles, and no one is left unscathed.
You can
try
shoot
harder.
that damn picture.
Let people throw dirt on our work?
If I threw out
Refill, sir.
everyone who
Do you
complains
think I come
over
to
a
the
beer,
council just to guzzle wine?
I'd soon be out
Come
of
here.
customers.
Ah, to hell with it. We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now, but if you disappear for a little while...
All right. I'll get them.
I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But... why?
Because I'm bored, and because I told you. Get on with it.
That was easy enough. And he wanted me to count the winged figures.
So, let's see what you've got for me.
I found your gloves, sir.
Really? Let's see them. And did you count those winged figures?
I counted 16, sir.
And did you count all the monsters and animals?
Oh, I thought you meant only the angels.
Go back to serving wine, blockhead.
And there's the eternal dispute over the cathedrals. The building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses.
Hey,
The
waiter!
village with the monastery,
Pour me
and
something
they are
hot.
going to Mokarol mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Because those so-called craftsmen are a band
apologise,
of
sir.
parasites.
Which wine?
You pay them,
Colorblind white.
they come late, or report sick, and if they do come, their work is shit, and you have to pay someone else to put it right. It's a waste of time. I tell you, a
Good,
waste
sir.
of time.
Adam, don't interrupt the proceedings.
What's
with
that
your
supposed to
drunken
be?
Ranting.
I wanted white.
Even if you are in the right.
Shit.
And as for you,
I apologise,
haven't
sir.
you noticed there's a war going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Besides, I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Boy,
Oh, you
I'd like
do?
some white.
Do you? And what would that be?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to have your own altar there?
So what
I
if
apologise,
would-
sir.
Hold your
Which
horses,
wine?
gentlemen.
Tokai,
That
white.
space in the side nave is mine.
When hell freezes over, mein Freund, your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat
Boy,
in this
are you
council.
deaf or something?
How dare you?
Wine.
Sir.
I
White.
acquired my seat for the services our guild provided
Good.
and
Now run
still
along.
provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Obrink.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole town go to watch
You
them
there,
brawl.
lad.
Oh,
a cup of red.
this is
and
news
don't
to
you
me.
skimp on me.
Because it has all been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and
apologise,
threw them
sir.
all out.
Which
Ah,
wine?
yes, I
Red.
had forgotten.
Am I speaking
What do we
red?
have to discuss next?
Good, sir.
Thank you, waiter.
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Ruthard.
Azonal Kyuchagase, Alegiop Katonaikat, Ishkelkinek Utra.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this band of fools!
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject.
And who would entrust him with it? Without a coat of arms and a noble house, all we can command is a band of mangy bandits. Jobst is right. We must grit our teeth and wait for Sigismund to run out of money. That's how it lays. God be with you, friend. Everyone will realize you can't wage war without money.
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
Greetings to you.
How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
I'm Godwin. How do you know I'm a priest?
Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each.
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
I reckon the two of you would hit it off. He's reliable and has his heart in the right place. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry, and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Copula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Don't shove!
I'm glad you finally accept.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off. How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
My last big battle was in Kosovo.
I've heard of this battle. Many great men fell there.
Aye. And it was there I decided it was nothing for me. So I settled down in the presbytery in Ujits.
Then, what are you doing here, at a meeting of opponents of the crown?
Ah, the Lord moves in mysterious ways. You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Do you have news? I'm not going to die.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings?
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
When Sigismund sees that, He'll be off to Hungary all the sooner. At a gallop.
Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Hamann Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome, because it would mean slow but certain defeat for all of us.
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Botchek of Kunststadt. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Anna.
Then I was a Anna, but and what she's there and that.
I'll get on. I'd rather.
I'll tell you, nobody has the likes of these.
Not even. I'd like to check.
Pa, even better.
And you might not believe your eyes when you...
Well,
I want to have...
Well... Is that
I came...
What? When I got it on and... But it tries... You have... You're...
Oh, old roach.
That Chris... You were...
I'm not... Listen...
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man.
Arm lower!
That was sneaky. Not bad for a
with
priest.
your whole arm, not just your wrist.
You're fast.
your right side! You've got a gap there I can drive a cart through!
Sacre! You're fast.
You don't know which end of
They
that
teach
thing
you
is
that in the seminary?
Open my eyes, not my sword!
Hey, who taught you that?
What's wrong with your legs? Stand firm! Otherwise the first strike will put you on your arse!
Did they teach you that in the seminary?
Show you. Wanker!
That was sneaky. Ooh, it's not bad for a priest. Enough! That will do! My God, where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
Fuck it. I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
And no luck again, eh? When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
I've got to get him on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same...
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put it into action.
After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's
Older.
Levi?
I don't...
You can drag me... What? What do you want?
Greetings.
Good day
Mind where
to
you're
you.
going.
And that's exactly why we mustn't push too hard.
But... Sir Bocek,
Job's come.
on the con...
Does that in...
Only an...
I need... You can... I have a lot of property. I can't...
So you need guarantee...
If... Maybe... Perhaps...
I believe...
And...
I'd be on...
Forgave it.
How about you?
He's a...
What's wrong?
And on made...
So...
Your first... If he... The king...
What was it I wanted?
Sir Hanu.
You do?
I've... On the contrary.
How the hell...
Well... Lord...
God...
Oh,
If you had...
or you...
Forget... I don't... Shit.
mean, who the hell doesn't think he is? He's not the one with the itchy prick.
He didn't tell you anything?
He didn't even...
Mind where you're going.
He just told me to bugger off. Women, sure. Happy to help them. But when it comes to me, he don't give a fuck.
Strange to me.
He's a fucking fucker.
Innkeeper! A beer! Have you seen that farmer's daughter? The one with the...
So,
and
then,
thank
enough.
Cheers!
Head.
Good to see you, friend. Greetings to you, friends. God be with you. There's...
God be with
your...
No, be...
Margaret...
To... I should... Or that...
How do you know Liechtenstein?
I know most of the people here very well. Many of them certainly have doubts about the Margrave's plans. But they wouldn't dream of stating them aloud. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein, on the contrary, sees his opportunity.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk? If you...
Do you have...
Well, now.
Have you...
No. They're and the...
And the...
They were not...
I'm...
Harmon, he hasn't...
And the...
Just...
All right.
I'll bring them... But watch...
What's that? What? What do you want?
I had a few nightingales, and they all screeched like the devil.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
My lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
How could I...
And to...
I'm still hoping it works out, and we walk out of here with a clear plan. But...
Gentlemen, I think...
Tell me.
Both of them.
This...
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord, but we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes! And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
Yes! The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, We cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein. To do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see? All you have to do is make sure the city rabble get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
And drunks! Give them hell! Lazy fools, the lot of them.
How dare you?
Some of you are even swelling right here in the city council meeting. This is unbelievable.
Remove this swill pot from the hall immediately.
I'm telling the truth. This whole council is a farce. The whole city knows it.
Lord of Sargitz, your insolence just cost you your place on the council, and a month in the dungeon.
But...
Hopefully that'll be enough for him to sober up. And if not, put him in the pillory for a while, bailiff.
I'll see to it as soon as the council is over, Your Majesty.
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore place the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly. We have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago.
You dolt! Can't you tell white from red?
Well, no matter. At least the Takai will remind us of our home. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair. For God's sake, what is this? Guards, throw this fool out!
What kind of a donkey have they sent me? Are you only deaf or completely stupid as well? I've never been so ashamed in my life. And in front of the king himself. Be glad I'm not having you whipped like an unruly brat. Get out.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly, we have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long.
Where are you going?
And the same is true.
Mind your own business.
The Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne, that... Nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities. And get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Marquardt. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, von Berghoff and his men set out for Rabosh. Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No. We shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly! If Rabosh falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use.
If need be. We could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
Guards, throw him out. Send someone who can pour wine.
What kind of dog? Are you only deaf or completely... Get up!
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly, we have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors. They need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Marquardt. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Rabosch. Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosch will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly! If Rabosch falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Nah, so what? They left a long time ago.
Damn it. The name is unpronounceable. I bet you made it all up anyway. I will just call you...
Yeah, well.
Excuse-moi. Half of the French court knows me by that name.
Well, we're not in France now. Here, nobody knows.
But that is about to change. The defense of Kuttenberg was just the beginning.
Quite a farcical beginning.
Give me 100 knights in full armor.
Made sure
and
everyone heard.
I will clear my name. I will charge the enemy with cavalry, break through their lines, and capture Sigismund.
Tempura mutant,
And then you will wake up in
Dowry is gonna...
I am not drunk.
How'd you like a wine?
The art recipes are passed on. I myself was practically raised on wine. How many? Even the... This...
Baron Vaku Voku.
I'd rather we didn't end up like that poor sod over there.
I'm filled with grease. The roast was calling out.
I'd touch car. I never. See, early. Fuck. Well, his. I had left. You can. I don't.
Bangers.
I don't know about you, but I can barely stand. And to stand over that ditch, you just fall in.
Alright, at least you can swim. I drown.
So you see, the best thing we could do.
I'd rather eat with my brown hand, though.
Hey, man. We're supposed to keep watch outside the gate today.
I am not sure. Are we?
I forgot.
I couldn't resist. Someone
Baron Vaku Voku. Damn it. The name is unpronounceable.
Oh, the piglet!
It is going to take time to raise an army. Until then,
Strong words. I thought your Aliska was brown haired.
What do you say?
Good help.
I'm talking about fucking cigars, mind you, twat. I love mine.
Oh, not this again.
Strong words.
Pecking to be eaten.
Aye. I couldn't.
Just mispronounce the name, and we're not talking about a horse, but a cock.
Just look at
Greetings, friend.
Greetings to you too. Great, Martin.
You're changing the subject.
Idea of what a horse is, then we'll have to discuss it.
Not a bad one. Ride in the woods or a hunt.
When those two go.
Nobody.
The rat'll be good, I hope.
Life depends on your speed. Some easily spooked pony is the last thing.
Something they won't remember in the morning.
The rat'll be good, I hope.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Roothart. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty. Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies
Nobles! Kill the rest!
Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own!
I'll be done with you in a flash. Let him have it! Come on then! Back him down! You just get me! Stand your ground! Try those horses out! Fucking Lord!
Do it!
Make a fool of him!
God!
Nice strike!
You!
Take home! Yeah, don't spare him! Yeah, don't spare him!
Come to me, someone! Don't come back and live!
To the devil!
Yes! Nice strike! You got him! You got him! Next! Through blood! You're nicely done! Come to me, someone! I'm like a sick bird! Yeah! Don't spare him! Bleeding like a stock bitch! Why
You get on here, horse! That was a close shave.
A little too close. Oh, fuck me. Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Oder and Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Kunrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but... not everyone was so lucky.
Where did they go?
You've got to raise an army for us. And I hope they fucking hurry.
So we have a plan to counter Sigismund?
More of a promise than a plan.
But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce. We should lay low until Jobst gets back.
I'll gladly play dead for a while. Be so kind. And don't speak of the dead.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't stand a chance against those butchers. May she rest in peace.
She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And they almost killed my brother.
But only almost. Good work.
What do you mean, almost? What happened?
I got there in time to help him, fortunately. Christopher tried to defend our father, but nearly lost his life doing it. Nothing.
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally, the same as Rutard and Botchek.
Well, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I wouldn't give up on the fucker either.
We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know where von Berghout took them.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd find most of Sigismund's enemies here in one place.
I bet he couldn't believe his fucking luck.
And Sigismund will be moving at a gallop. We have to be really careful now. One wrong move, and he'll hang the lords.
You want to give up now?
Nobody said anything about giving up. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the...
There are...
Maybe
he's here.
Anyway,
guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up,
Rush.
I want to know.
Spare the animal. Right hand person lost his life too. He put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 lightning. What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survived. Maybe he'll come back.
Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already.
He's a nice man.
My Tempest lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him. What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire. Maybe he'll come down. Or maybe the crow already. One captured, the other off.
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
Von Owlet surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, thank God we all survived.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein, and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
We'll figure out a way to help them.
But how? Our plans are ruined.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't help anyone.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity. Nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. And very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join. When Jobst finds out about this...
Did I not tell you we should not come here?
You did.
Sam, I need to have...
Just...
We talked...
Why?
It's true. Remember... Well...
What?
Yes.
Are you sure?
When I... Nothing, you know, but now...
I can... This isn't Sigurd.
He's no...
What's that?
That
non-Christian...
And this we will...
I'll come.
Well,
Let's not wait.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka? What brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course. I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but,
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help us.
All right. But could you please tell me what the fuck is going on?
I'll explain to you on the way. Time is running out.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
Do you think that's a good idea? No offense, sir, but you're no great warrior.
I'm not. But I'm not just going to sit here and wait, either.
All right, then. Let's go.
Perish. Can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it to pray.
Would you tell me what the fuck is going on already?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to take all my papers and get the people out of there.
Bloody hell. And I just got ailed up so nicely today.
Oh, that is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Don't you worry. These are some sturdy hands. I promise we will save you, Ma. No one will touch a single hair on her beautiful hand.
What the hell are you babbling about?
What? Well, I'm imagining she's pretty. It makes me more willing to put my neck on the line for her.
Stop with the nonsense already. All of you, I beg you.
Jesus. I was just trying to lighten the mood. You might all kick the bucket in a short while.
Damn it, Kubianka, shut the hell up! Seriously!
I didn't say all that much. Anyway, can't you make the horses go a little faster, Grandpa? If this carries on, somebody's going to start sobbing.
All right. Schnell! Schnell!
What's the matter? Why are we stopping?
We will walk from here. We cannot drive right into those murderers' arms.
But how do we get into the town then?
We will go through Sheol.
There are many abandoned mine shafts under the town. One of them ends here.
Won't it collapse on our heads?
We'll find out soon enough.
Follow me.
What a blessing it is to have found the passageway.
Nah, not now. I have to go and see Liechtenstein.
for me. Hopefully we'll find it quickly. I left a stack of my papers in the tavern. And if they fall into Sigismund's hands, people in other towns will die too.
Do you think we're gonna make it in time? To find the papers? Save the people?
I pray we can, Henry. There's nothing more I can do. Hopefully everything will be all right at the tavern. My stash is locked away, and Samuel's friends are guarding the place. But who knows what the situation is like in the streets now? It's strange all the same, isn't it? Hundreds of people must have dug this tunnel. Years of hard labor in the darkness. Suffering. And today, God willing, we'll save a lot of folks suffering thanks to it. Damn it.
What's the matter?
The door leading up to the tavern is open. Samuel's men wouldn't have left it like this. Somebody else must have got in.
I think there's someone walking up there.
Go and check it out. If they took anything down here, they mustn't get out alive. I'll gather up my things in the meantime. I'll meet you outside the tavern. Are you absolutely sure there's no one left? You'd better go and take another look.
Not now. I'm full. Mercy! I surrender!
Show what you're made of!
Yep. What do you want? You go!
Baruch Hashem, Henry. You're all right.
Sam, you're back already? How does it look outside?
A few of the cutthroats got in over the walls, but we dealt with them. But there are more outside the gate.
4 of them were here in the tavern, too.
Fortunately, they didn't take anything important. But your friends paid for it with their lives.
What?
I'm so sorry. If it's any consolation, Henry here has already taken care of those cutthroats.
But they didn't look like they just came to the tavern by chance. Eric must have sent them. What about your mother? Is she all right?
She is, thank God. I'm sure you go, but I can... God... Henry, my ma is waiting for us. Get her! I have to help him. Bring Ma here.
What's the matter? Where's Sam?
Don't worry, ma'am. He sent me to take you to him.
Mein Gott, what happened to him?
Nothing. He's out on the street helping the wounded. Let's go now. We're out of time.
Wait! Who are you anyway?
My name is Henry. I'm, Do you remember Martin, the blacksmith?
Of course I do.
I'm his... son.
Was sagst du?
Sam told me that...
Watch out! More are coming! Run to the back, it might be safer there!
What's going on?
Sam, are you all right?
I'm fine, but we will talk when you are safe. Now run!
We have to get to the synagogue. But how?
Through the backyard. Follow me.
You're no match for us!
Watch out! They're shooting at us! From the ramparts! Get rid of them! They're gone. We have to keep going. For the yards. That is Judith and Lev. Can you help them?
Please leave her alone, or what?
Useless.
Hoi, pay it.
You should have fucking stayed out of it.
In den Arsch getreten. Mein Gott! Was ist da los?
You can't get away from me!
I'll shoot you an extra asshole!
Kill them! God will forgive you! Now I'll shoot
you an extra asshole! Now I'll shoot you dead!
Can't get away from me!
Now I'll shoot you dead! I'll shoot you an extra asshole! Now I'll shoot you dead! I'll shoot you an extra asshole! Now I'll shoot you dead! I'll shoot you an extra asshole! Ah!
We cannot get past the wagon. We have to go this way. Through the house.
Kill him!
Nice!
Fucking die, Cobra!
Do it! Is that all you got? That was
Keine Gnade!
Mummy, are you all right?
I'm fine. But what about you, my king?
I'm still alive. We can talk later. Come, we have to go.
Come on! What the hell?
What is it, fuckers? Rather slaughter women and the defenseless?
Let's go! What's going on up there?
Go inside. Quick. To the fucking task.
I've never been so glad to see you two.
In need of a helping hand, are you?
No, I just don't want to die here alone. There they are. Well, now we're really fucked.
Mustn't get inside. We have to hold them back. For how long, though? As long as we need to.
Destroy them! For fuck's sake!
Show your player if you can. Nice hit. Fuck around. You'll kick the bucket, you shit. Done, fucker.
looking at? Show what you're made of.
Say a prayer if you...
Fuck you!
Wanker!
Come on, let's come happening!
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
Show me how to Bash him on the head!
Help!
Cowards, wait!
Who did we badly?
Yeah! Don't bury him! You got him out sweetly! Ready to die! Yeah! Back him on the head! In the name of the Lord! I'll be bloody
Take that fucker out, damn it!
And that's
Jesus for mercy!
Slash him on! Useless! Say a prayer if you can! Say a prayer if you can! Demands it! Slice him up! I'll beat you! The one you're still standing.
You caught up sweetly!
It's the one that you're still standing. Work on me.
Useless!
Good. Don't spare him.
No, you don't!
You're not answering.
Come on! Everyone's inside!
Henry, come on! Let's go!
Gott mogen mir. Let's go. It's this way. Damn. That was a close shave. I reckon I should go to Samuel's mother and talk to her about Martin. I won't get another chance.
Don't worry. Even if that happens, we'll be able to pull the wire. Look at him. Yes.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Mine go now.
I know.
Right, well, how it... Oh, to him. I am, at least, do not... Yes.
How...
It was he,
And...
the rat, and it...
So...
but
That...
Yes, I did. I will, and he...
Did...
People, even...
And...
No.
And he did...
You know...
And did...
I...
Or...
Before...
Well, I...
He was...
Well...
Used... He...
I'm sorry, even if not...
Well... I did not expect that either. And what I will take...
Have a...
Go on. If you would. Nothing. Here, and here you are, you lout.
Greetings.
Good day to you. Onions,
Good day.
garlic, sharp like no other.
Fine wares here.
Grüß dich.
What do you...
Das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen. Was möchtest
Show me your ware.
du? Wirst sicher zufrieden sein.
I'll have a look at your ware.
Thank you and take care. What can I...
I'll have...
Pleasure doing business. God be with you. Fruit, veg...
Hey, good man. I need to speak with you. Hey!
What are you doing, Han? Not
Well, Henry. What? Please don't make...
Are you yanking? Touch. I since
Robert, I am a...
So it's what you were shouting.
What was I...
Are you? This is. Well, I so cut it and win. And you we. That's right.
We... Perhaps now, if I'm...
In. Well,
That keep... Look out!
Tell me, how the fuck is this possible?
I don't know how it works. You know him as much as I do.
God bless you.
The arrow always protected him. We fell into a fucking trap.
I apologize.
Come on.
I'll have a look at.
I hope you'll be satisfied. What can I do for you?
What do you?
Thank you, and a good day.
What do you have?
Thank you, and take care.
Show me.
what can you do? Farewell, then.
I've report.
Fuck.
Samuel and the rabbi took those who survived.
We have... Oh, well.
Greetings to you.
I apologize.
Can we start?
Aye. Right, gentlemen. I think it's clear to all of you what a shitty fucking mess we're in. We were caught off guard at Rabosh.
And they nearly fucking kill us all.
Yes, and they attacked the Jewish quarter.
Thanks a lot for reminding me. I almost forgot.
At least Henry here and Kubienka got most of the people out.
That's true. Good work, men. How did it all go down?
True, they thought
it is well. See, you think? Come on, lads. Jobst will bring his army soon. It'd be fucking mad to try on anything big before that.
It might take weeks for them to arrive. Von Berghoff will have found and caught us by then. We have to get rid of Von Berghoff. It's because of him that we're in the situation we're in, after all.
You mean in the shit, Sir Hans? No need to mince words.
Sir Hans.
That fuck.
What? There's no. Why don't you?
How?
She told that it, and it might.
So we'll wait. You and then.
Well, of course. Well,
and if there's 5.
So you.
No,
I know.
Dang,
That's it. Fun. And if.
Well, why the?
Where do people? Well, we drop.
If they may not.
Then we'll. What about you? That's Kath. In the sec.
I'll go.
And what?
Where?
What do you?
What the?
Came by one day, and he had a falconer with him.
Any in a falcon who could talk?
Falcons come. Talk.
Christ! Pardon me.
Hear ye, good people, how you